Good evening. This is Magic the Newsening, your home for fair, balanced, and counterbalanced reporting, and your number one source for Magic Newsening. I'm Reuben Bresler, and these are our top 8 stories. Notable facial hair aficionado Alexander Darras went undefeated en route to his Grand Prix Manchester victory, becoming the first Belgian to win a GP since 1997 and also the first player to look like he's from Innistrad himself. Avid hell rider Jackie Lee placed 11th for the third straight Grand Prix in Manchester, guaranteeing her gold level for next season, and will probably still not be enough to make everyone stop talking about her being female. Speaking of awkward sexual tension in Magic culture, let's dim the lights and put on some Luther Vandross for this week's edition of Deep Analysis. Just before the pre-release, the controversy surrounding the art to Triumphum Ferocity came to a head, or more specifically, a giant hand around Liliana's neck. Also a giant fist spike. Triumph of Ferocity reads, at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if you control the creature with the greatest power or tied for the greatest power, which will often be triggered if you control the elephant in the room. The issue was so hotly debated that it elicited a response from WotC through senior brand manager of Magic the Gathering, Elaine Chase, apologizing for the negative feelings that the art evokes. This is the first time that any division of Hasbro has apologized for anything publicly since Transformers 3. That movie sucked, and they know it. The controversial uncommon enchantment will be in the Angelic Might intro pack, where it will most often be triggered by giant, powerful, face-stomping female angels, meaning they probably should have called it Angelic Irony. And that's all for this week's edition of Deep Analysis. The Avacyn Restored pre-release occurred last week, and most everyone was excited for what was in the Hell Vault, but were sadly disappointed by the contents, which included oversized angel cards, angel and demon tokens, and spin-down dice. But I mean, come on, what were they expecting, a miracle? I mean, oh. In order to crack open the Hell Vault, players in the pre-release had to perform a series of challenges to get at its contents, but they were not nearly as challenging as those needed to open Olmec's head in the upcoming Legends of the Hidden Temple block. Spoiler alert, pre-release foil Shrine of the Silver Monkeys will be inside. Also, Pendant of Life counters and F&M foil Kirk Fogs. That's too many Legends of the Hidden Temple? I got like 15 more. Fine. Moving on. Just like the ancient ones were revealed to the idiots staying at the cabin in the woods, the contents of Avacyn Restored have been fully displayed to us, and promptly eaten us alive. It's time for the nickname review, Avacyn Restored Edition. If you have other nicknames you wish to add to the discussion, you can, by tweeting with the hashtag #AVRNicknameReview. Let's get started. Emancipation Angel is Honest Abe. Tamio the Moon Sage is Socks with Sandals. Thatcher's Revolt is the Three Stooges. Geist Trappers are Ghostbusters. Nettleswine is the Pointy Pig. Revenge of the Hunted is Miracle Grow. Ulvenwald Tracker is Don King. Desolate Lighthouse is either Loot House or Value Town. Favorable Winds is Tangible Virtue. Gloom Surgeon is Dr. Evil. Tybalt the Fiend-Blooded is a Handsome Devil. And finally, Bruna, Gisela, and Sigarda are Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup. And that concludes the Avacyn Restored edition of the Nickname Review. Wizards announced that the gap between the pre-releases online and in real life will be shortened, and the schedule will be altered to have the sets become legal a few days before the Pro Tours, allowing top players to be even more degenerate than previously thought possible. During the gap in the schedule, the Cube will return to Magic Online, which will basically be like Christmas for Cube enthusiasts, except for instead of Santa, we get Tom Lapilli. That's terrifying. Wizards also confirmed that the Cube will be one of the formats that decides the winner of Worlds this year. It has also been rumored that the top 8 will be EDH with Plane Chase. And that concludes this episode of The Newsening. I'm Reuben Bresler, and remember, don't feed the trolls.